Hello everyone and welcome back to AZ Tech. My name is Arun and today I have the Blackberry PRIV here for you for a quick hands-on. So first, let me just talk about the specs of this device. This device here comes with a Snapdragon 808 processor. It's a hexa-core processor. It has 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. The device is only available in black color and it's a really nice uh, design as well. So on the back here, we have an 18 megapixel camera, supports OIS, and also has a dual LED flashlight. On the front here, we have a 5.4-inch Quad HD AMOLED display, and it supports Gorilla Glass 4. On the front here, we also have a 2 megapixel camera, and on the bottom here, we have a nice speaker grill as well. So that was just a quick overview of the specs of this device. Just wanted to mention also that the device also has a SIM card removal tray on the top, and it allows you to expand your memory up to 200 gigabytes as well. So that's a good thing for this device. Also, in terms of battery, this device has 3410 milliamp battery, so that's gonna last you for a while. It's a from my experience, it has been a really good battery life as well. So in terms of build quality, this device is actually made very well. BlackBerry's done a really good job at making this device, and feels really solid in the hand, not at all flimsy at all, even though it has a physical keyboard. It's not at all flimsy. It's actually a very solid phone. The front part here is made of metal. It's a nice metal design, and the back here is plastic. However, the back is basically soft touch and has a really nice matte feel to it. And also, I don't know if you can see the design, but it has a carbon fiber look to it, which actually looks really nice. So that's just the quick specs of this device. Let me talk about the performance of this device. As I mentioned, it has a Snapdragon 808 processor, and it performs really well. I've had no issues at all with this device. It runs really well, very smooth device, no issues at all. It's running Android 5.1.1, not the latest Android version, but BlackBerry said that they will be releasing the Marshmallow update soon, sometime around March or so. So the next thing I'm going to talk about this device is the display. Display again, as I mentioned, it's a Quad HD display and it's really gorgeous. Um, it's a 5.4-inch display, and both sides of the display are curved, just like the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge and Edge Plus devices. However, the curves are not as prominent as the Samsung devices, and they're not as functional either. But what it does allow you to do is basically swipe from the right hand side, and you can quickly view your events for that day, um, or your unread messages, tasks, and look at your contacts. So it provides you with that ability, but it's limited to just that. Also, when you're charging your phone, the display lights up. There's a small bar here that comes up showing you how much the display is charged. It's kind of annoying because it's really bright and it's bright red, so I don't really like it. And when it's almost fully charged, it's bright green and it's really bright. I personally don't like it, but it's just there to let you know what you don't have to touch your phone and you know that it's being charged and how much charging has been done. Also, it does support quick charging, but the device does not come with a fast charger, so you have to buy a quick charger to be able to charge fast. It basically charges up to 60% in about 15 minutes or so. Next, I'm going to talk about the camera. So even though it has an 18 megapixel camera, the camera quality is not that great. To be honest, I've had better camera pictures with the Nexus 6P device. It's not the fastest camera out there, and in terms of features, it's very limited. So the only features you have are basically panorama, regular photo mode, and video, and you can also choose filters within the camera app. There's also HDR for both front and back camera. The front camera is not good at all as compared to other devices, but the camera does a decent job at taking pictures and making recording videos. So no issue, not a big issue there. In terms of battery life, the device lasts me approximately around 3 to 4 hour screen on time and Standby time is really good. It'll last you 10 days if it's just sitting around and doing nothing. So that's a good thing about this device as well. And also, I should mention that what's special about this device, also because it's running Android, it's not really stock Android. It's very similar to it. There's not much changes that BlackBerry's done with this device. You can basically see that it's very similar to the stock Android, but you have an app section here, a widget section here, and then shortcuts on this side. Also, the recent menu here is different as well. It's nice. It looks different, but I don't I personally prefer the stock Android look myself. So I also did run the benchmark test on this device, and I got a score of 46,371. That's a decent score compared to many other devices. For example, the LG G4 has a score of 65,507, which is, much higher than this device, and they both have the same specs. So even though with same specs, it has a lower score, but in terms of performance, I haven't had any, difference in that area. Also, I should worth mentioning is that this phone does overheat. I know it's surprising for some people because this is the Snapdragon 808 processor. This is not the A10 processor. However, it does overheat sometimes, and I've noticed that the back area around here gets really hot when you're using the phone extensively. It gets to a point where I don't want to touch the device. I just want to place it down. It gets that hot, yes. But nothing major. Even my Nexus device gets hot, but not as hot as this device. So overall, this is a really good device. It's people for people who prefer having a keyboard, it's really for them. But in terms of just using it with a touch screen, it works perfectly fine. There's no issues. Supports a on-screen keyboard as well, so you can use that as well. I like the keyboard. I'm not used to the physical keyboard anymore, so I don't like it. But I do like how you can use it as a uh, capacitive function as well, where you can swipe through different menus. So that's a pretty cool feature. But that's all about this device for now. And if you have any questions, please post them below, and I'll be happy to answer them. I'll be doing a quick review, a full review of this device as well, and I'll do a quick comparison video with the Nexus 6P device as well. If you have any questions, again, please post them below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Goodbye.